Here every city has its own rhythm, a pulse, a breath, a hum, a gigantic heart, where millions of lives, millions of stories that collide and push against each other beat as a single organism. And the places where this rhythm is heard most powerfully, most purely, most honestly, are the city's main arteries. Public transportation, trains, subways, trams. They are the iron paths that connect us not only physically, but socially. They are a necessity of modern life, a stage and sometimes a sanctuary. However, this constant flow, this incredible physical proximity, brings forth a striking paradox. The solitude of the big city, hundreds of thousands of people, shoulder to shoulder, breath to breath, yet each on their own island. Headphones are a shield, phone screens, a mirror reflecting everyone's personal reality. In this journey, across 3 of the world's most densely populated cities, we will examine the anatomy of rhythm and distance, exploring how we become lonely amidst the crowd. From the endless rush of New York to the perfect order of Tokyo and the nostalgic slowness of Lisbon, 3 cities, 1 solitude. New York, the city that never sleeps, and its subway is a reflection of the city's raw, unfiltered energy. Life here is a non-stop 24-hour cycle, a hum, a chaos. But even this chaos has its own distinct subterranean rhythm. The New York subway is a necessity, an art of survival. Here, time is gold, even in the depths of the tunnels. The trains are fast, and the people are even faster. A figure darting in at the last moment before the door slams shut summarizes the city's never-ending haste. This rush is visually captivating. Underground, amidst old tiles and moss-covered concrete, a more honest reality is lived in contrast to the massive, bright skyscrapers above. A subterranean ball. So where is the solitude hidden within this speed? Right here, physical proximity, psychological distance. We are shoulder to shoulder with hundreds of strangers. We are close enough to breathe each other's air, yet too far to exchange a single word. Everyone's head is bowed, withdrawn into their own digital island. Music, podcasts, social media, all personal sanctuaries built for an escape from the current physical reality. This moment is a kind of forced meditation. The louder the noise and chaos, the more deeply we hear the silence, the solitude within us. The New York subway is the rawest, most honest stage for big city loneliness. Hundreds of thousands of people on the same path at the same time, but no one sees anyone. No one talks to anyone. This is a deep, rhythmic cry of strangeness within the city's incessant noise. Thousands of miles from New York, we encounter a completely different rhythm in the east, Tokyo. The rhythm here is mechanical, sharp, and absolutely punctual. The pinnacle a city can reach in terms of capacity and order. In a massive station like Shinjuku, the crowd is like a tsunami. But even this tsunami has a mathematics, a geometry. No one bumps into anyone, no one shouts. It's a dance, but a cold dance. This is a Japanese solitude, isolated by politeness. Everyone knows their place, everyone follows the rules. The crowd moves like parts of a machine. The distinction between hone, true self, and tatame, public mask, in Japanese culture is most evident in public transport. We are crammed side by side, even interlocked. Physically, we couldn't be closer, but the psychological distance between us is galactic. The rule of not inconveniencing anyone simultaneously becomes the rule of not forming any deep connection with anyone. These carriages are an emotional insulation chamber. The blur created by the speed outside and the flow of neon colors contrasts immensely with the frozen, motionless solitude inside. Tokyo shows us that even in the most crowded, most organized place, it is possible to exist without touching a stranger, to completely withdraw into oneself, and to make this a social norm. This is the quietest and most isolated crowd experience modern humanity has achieved. Our final stop is Lisbon, the hilly coastal city of Portugal. Here the rhythm slows down. The sounds change. There is no rush of the New York subway or the mechanical order of Tokyo. The noise of the train transforms into the melancholic screech of the trams. Haste is replaced by a meditative journey. Lisbon's historic tram 28 is less a means of transport and more a moving observation room. The solitude here is not an escape or a necessity, but a state of accompanying. Passengers do not rush, they do not wear masks. Sometimes they journey just to watch the city, to witness its hilly geography. This is the solitude of the observer. You sit on the retro wooden seats of the tram. The world outside flows by. A history lies at every street corner. The warm crimson light of the sunset filters through the old windows. In that moment, you let yourself go with the city's flow. This solitude is meditative, melancholic. It is infused with saudade, the famous, hard-to-define Portuguese emotion, that sweet, sorrowful longing for the past. An elderly local sitting next to you on this tram is not merely a physical stranger. They are part of the city's collective memory and its saudade. And you are a fellow traveler, slowly experiencing that moment alongside them. As you pass through the narrow streets, fleeting reflections of life inside the homes appear and vanish. Lisbon shows us that the solitude of the crowd is not only about rush and isolation. Sometimes solitude is simply sitting back and listening to the world's slow, melancholic rhythm with serenity. New York, Tokyo, Lisbon, 3 different continents, 3 different rhythms. The chaotic solitude of the noisy rush, the emotionless isolation of perfect order, the slow and melancholic state of observation. But in each one, the modern city dweller shares a common sanctuary. Public transportation. In one place we run in a hurry, in another we line up perfectly, and in yet another we simply watch. And there is a shared moment in all of us. When the headphones are on, the phone is held, the window is gazed out of, we all turn inward within the constant flow of these colossal cities. Because the modern city offers us the greatest distances, even when we are closest. Solitude within the crowd, the rhythm of the cities, and our underground and overground islands, which we all board every day, since tomorrow the rhythm will begin anew.